A little warmer though, highs in the 90s this weekend.
Well, this segment is brought to you by Quincy Medical Group, and this morning we have Dr. Mark Golden from Quincy Medical Group talking about minimally invasive spinal surgery. And I'm so interested in this because a lot of times when you talk about people and having to have surgery on the back or the spine, it's a major surgery, and this may increase the recovery time.
Actually, it can do
or
both.
reduce the
Exactly.
recovery time. So what is minimally invasive spinal surgery?
So the surgery actually is the same exact operation that you might have that would be open, so to speak, but here we use a tubular retractor, about the size of a large magic marker. That's the size of the tube, and we just dilate or move the muscles out of the way instead of actually cutting them. So it's able to be done, the operation is able to be done through a much smaller incision about the size of your thumbnail, and accomplish the same goals. That's the ultimate goal, is to get the same job done through a much smaller incision, so you have, as you just said, shorter recovery time, and people can be out of the hospital sometimes that afternoon, often that afternoon if it's truly just minimally invasive, sometimes a day in the hospital, and then recover more quickly in a matter of weeks, get back to their job or whatever they were doing beforehand.
And that's such an important thing, especially with recovery time. You're missing work, you're missing a lot of things in your life when this happens. And when you don't have to cut the muscle in order to get to the spine, that's just amazing. What kind of patients should be looking at something like this?
So this type of operation is where I do this kind of operation on ages from their 20s into their 80s. It depends on the pathology or what's wrong with the patient. So typically the problem is in the neck, cervical spine, or rarely thoracic, like in between your shoulder blades, all the way down to your lumbar spine. So the most common areas are lumbar, lower back, or cervical, your neck. Pinched nerve, pain, numbness, tingling running down the arm, or weakness in the arm and hand and fingers, or pain, sciatica, people describe it as pain, numbness, tingling, radiating buttock down their leg to their foot. So those kind of problems, we can take the pressure off the nerve root causing the pain. The patient can go home again that afternoon or the next day and resume their work, their job within typically a few weeks.
That's just amazing. Well, that is something that I guess ask questions about if you're experiencing any of those problems. And again, this segment has been brought to you by Quincy Medical Group. Thank you, Dr. Mark Gold, for coming in and talking to us today. We'll be right back with some more KHQA This Morning coming up.